Jillian Mayen here for BTN.com alongside Jon Crispin, and we're about midway through the basketball season, only a little ways into the conference basketball season. So it's time for Jon to hand out his report cards. Always an exciting time of year. So let's start with Illinois. So far, they are 1-2 in Big Ten play, but they were doing quite well in the non-conference season. So let's start with the two things that you see Illinois doing very well so far this season.
Well, I'll say instead of doing well, because I don't think really they're there yet. They're not really doing much well yet. They're still trying to figure themselves out, and it's understandable because this is a team that was practicing with 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 guys last year. So the team that you see on the floor, they're kind of new to each other. Now, you have some 6-year guys in Mike Thorne, Tracy Abrams, but they're still new trying to figure that chemistry. So instead of saying, well, I'm going to say what I like. And what I like is their potential. I still buy their potential with the depth, the length, and kind of the stability that they have within the lineup. On top of that, I like the athleticism and the balance. It's a team that has a variety of ways that they can beat you. I mean, they have guys that can fly high and go get offensive rebounds and attack the offensive glass and get second chance opportunities. They have guys like Malcolm Hill, Jalen Coleman-Lands that can space out, hit threes, Michael Finke, who's been great from the perimeter. The problem still to me is ultimately developing chemistry, because without chemistry, those things that I like, those positives, just don't really matter.
So what can you take away from a game like we saw against Indiana? You knew that one was likely going to go towards the Hoosiers, even though they were on that 3-game skid there. But Illinois was able to come back, a 22-point deficit in that one. They cut it to 9. So what can you take away from a game like that and what you saw with Illinois against a powerhouse like Indiana?
Number one for Illinois, you've got to start strong. You can't start a game allowing Indiana to do whatever the heck they want to do offensively, and that's why they got down. I mean, it's a team that you see can come back. They can score points, they can get stops when they want to, but you've got to start strong. And it goes back to the chemistry. You have to have a good identity of who you are and how you play together. And that way you can defend the way you need to defend, turn defense into offense, execute on the offensive end. They just haven't been able to do it yet. I'm not selling them, though. I'm not saying, oh, jump ship, sell stock in the Illini. Hang in there with them. They've got to figure this out. It's still, to me, a dangerous team that could be an NCAA tournament team, but they've got to buy into being a good defensive team first. They have all the weapons in the world to beat teams on the offensive end. Just got to defend.
All right, Jon, thank you so much. For more Illinois news, highlights, and videos, you can head to btn.com/Illini.